Right, Byakuya probably either... He had the night vision goggles, so maybe he saw a glint from the knife or something and went under there to grab it.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, I am the murder weapon!
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there. So in order to get it, he moved under the table.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment. Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
No, that's not possible.
What? You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
This is almost like a real trial!
During the previous statement, there was only one weak spot. From this point on, there will be various weak spots standing in your way. No matter how many weak spots there will only be one lie or contradiction in the debate at one time. This means there will be false weak spots. If you shoot a false weak spot with a truth bullet, it will fail to refute what was said, and you also lower your trust with everyone, so your influence gauge takes damage. When it reaches 0, you fail. Rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots actually are lies or mistakes. If you concentrate by holding on the R1 button, you can progress the argument slowly. Use it whenever you feel like statements are moving too fast for you to aim. But it consumes the focus gauge, right? Alright.
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout.
That sounds correct. If that's the case... During the blackout, Mr. Handhands must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black! It was so dark I couldn't see my food. Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
Wrong. Haha!
No, that's wrong!
Very nice. Break.
No, Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
He was using those night vision goggles we found under the table. He could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Of course.
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Your reasoning is out of focus.
Whoa! What the hell?
No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
Huh?
Other way around?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
Were you surprised by my hero's sudden argument? Just between you and me, I was also surprised. Just kidding, I'm sorry. Now then, when this kind of argument surfaces, you will need to go into a one-on-one debate called a rebuttal showdown. This is new. This was not in the first game. In this mode, you have to counter the other person's claim, draw out their weak spots, and argue against them. Please counter the other person's remarks with the left stick. Based on the shape of their remarks, it's important to know whether to cut vertically, sideways, or diagonally. Based on that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, it'll skew towards their advantage. The bottom right corner of your screen, the number that shows the sharpness of your counter is displayed. It's the number of times you can cover remarks during one round of the debate. You lose counts for sharpness even if you miss, so please be very careful. When the mood skews to your advantage, a certain length of time the other party's argument changes. This means the conversation will develop, and then they'll end up divulging a weak spot. However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, it will skew the mood toward the other party's advantage, plus it's going to be very big. Just like a regular debate, please refute any weak spots with triangle. Oh, God. If you don't have the correct truth blade, you'll not be able to cut an opponent's remark. What's a truth blade? I'm terribly sorry, it appears there's a delay in contacting you. I'll make sure the person in charge of contacting you takes a very long vacation. In this mode, truth blades will be called truth bullets are now called truth blades. That's about it. There won't be any other changes to your handbook menu. Only the name was changed, but don't you think a change of feeling is important too? If you press the options button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Then good luck and have fun. What the fuck? Is this complicated or what? Huh? What? Huh?
If you just... The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
I can't back down!
What is going on?
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's... So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Fuck! I don't know what's going on. I don't understand this. Oh my god.
If you just use common... The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what... So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those...
I think I got it. The goggles were in the Duralumin case, so there's no way the killer brought them.
Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
I figured it out.
Definitely? But why?
Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party, he found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin case as well. Woohoo! I said assume! Ibuki never uses such clever language.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case, since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Then, was that knife inside the case too? If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
It would be weird.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
Oh my god, here we go again.
Ooh, you totally mean that in a perverted way.
The knife was brought in the Duralumin case along with the night vision goggles too? That's not possible. The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the party even started. I should be able to prove it. The duct tape.
I see! There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found. Huh? Duct tape? We probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid? Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
That's true. He went above and beyond being a little cautious.
Because he got the note. He had gotten the note the night before saying someone was gonna die, so he made all these special preparations.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
He probably knew. Someone was planning to commit a murder.
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
Yes, of course, the Eye of Saruman. We all know that that's what happened
You
here.
think so too, right, Hajime?
That's right, Byakuya probably knew that there was a possibility a murder would occur. Because of the note, let's find it. Because of the embarrassing pose. It's the murder threat, right? No, wait, I know what it is. It's the embarrassing pose. Okay, it's the murder threat. But before we submit this as evidence, even though there's time ticking down, we should take a look at that embarrassing pose one more time. Okay, it's the murder threat.
I can prove it with this. Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
It's the embarrassing pose. Oh, okay. It's the murder threat. No.
Hey, the hell is this? Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage.
It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone? Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Wasn't me!
Nah.
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies!
Oh, yeah. Friendly lies from Monokuma, whatever you say.